If you're under the age of 18, the content of this video is not intended for you. Please stop watching now. Hey YouTube, it's Audrey and I'm back to share with you day 5 of the unboxing of my 3 crafty advent calendars. So without further ado, let's get started with the 12 days of Stitchmas and see what number 5 has in store for us today. Here is number 5. Try and be quick about this today. It's a big die, whatever it is. Like I said, I did see this one, but I don't remember. It was so long ago. That was back in September when everybody was showing these. And the glue dots are very good. Yes, they are. Alright, it looks like it may be a snowflake die set. Yeah, I think that's what this is. Nice size snowflake. Put this up here. So here is the outline. And then here is the stitching die. And it looks like with this one, the points can be stitched, but also there are a few stitching holes in the center and here. So it would go here, 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 like that. Nice. And again, you don't have to do the stitching. You can just leave the holes there for another detailed look and get a 2 different look thing, 2 looks for one, get it right, out of this die. So that is day number 5 of the stitching calendar. And as you can see, they do have a picture of it on the door. All right, day 5 stitching. I like. Here comes day 5 of the Spellbinders Crafty Advent Calendar. And number 5, oh, it's up here. It's a long one. I bet this is an embossing folder. Probably, or it could be a die. We shall see. It is indeed an embossing folder. Now I just gotta get it out of here. Almost. There we go. Alright. It is a circle dot embossing folder. Skinny embossing folder. Nice. And with these, at first I didn't know what to do with those, but actually last year I watched some examples of things that people did with them. You could use them, you know, in sections on your cards, like a strip across the middle, strip at the bottom, that kind of stuff. Day 5. Let's see what we got. Day number 5 from the Papercraft Society is from Sam Calcott. I can talk. From Made to Surprise has door or box number 5. Ooh, and it's a die set. Okay, so this is a rectangle with some scoring marks in it. So it must do something. I will have to see. And then there are leaves, and this might be a flower, or this might be part of something else to come. Like I said, I think they had said they were building a box of things. So this may be part. I know she has a couple ones that are coming up. So we shall see. I might have to play with this. But let me, I think I got a little bit of time, so let me work on day 3 and 4 and see what I can come up with. I will be back soon. So I have gone on and I have made a couple things, and I'm going to show you what I used. But before I do that, I did do a little research, and I was right. The box builds upon each other in Papercraft Society. So this is from Made to Surprise, and this is her first one. She has, I think, 3 other boxes that will be open during the Advent box opening. So she said those build up on each other. They do have, for the people who bought boxes every day, they have a video showing how to use the things that are in there. And this one is actually a pop-up mechanism. So if you're familiar with Made to Surprise, she does a lot of interactive cards, pop-up cards. So this is the pop-up mechanism, and she said that in her other boxes, there are going to be pieces to decorate it. So as we get those other pieces, I will work on getting that made for everybody. So what I've used, I did a project for yesterday's day 3, and I also did a quick one for day 4. So for day 3, I used the snowflake, and I used the embossing folder. And I will say that I got a surprise because I really didn't pay attention to this die, but all of these pieces cut out separately. So each one of these prong ends, it cuts out separately. I didn't realize that at first. Then for day 3, I used, and I think I've lost the packet somewhere. I'll find it. I used the Noel die from the stitching, and I used this stencil, although it didn't work quite like I had planned it in my head, but I'll show you what I did with it, from the Papercraft Society. And then I also used those word dies from day 3 that are somewhere around here. I will find them. So I also used one of these card bases that I received from Gail, who's Gail Banks Creates. I used one of these. I used the second largest of this Hero Arts ornament die set and the topper. And then I used the stamps from this cute card pocket add-on from My Creative Time. And I think I know where my dies are because, yep, my board is uneven. Here are the word dies, the 2, the from, that were part of day 3's calendar. So what I made a card. Let's get this out of the way here. For today, and I'm off. I keep saying day 3. It's day 4 and day 5, not day 3. You already saw day 3 stuff. So I'm sorry. I apologize. This whole video I've been saying day 3, but actually it's day 4 and day 5. So this is day 5. The card. I used the snowflake, and as I said, you can see all these pieces cut out separately, and the star. And then you could make the background, which I did with glitter paper. And then I popped up a little bit the star in the center so it will stand out. Then I used the Happy Everything from the stamp set from My Creative Time. And I didn't want to make everything Christmas, so this will be a winter card. But then when you open it up, here is what happens when you put all of the dye and the background together. It cuts out this outline shape, which is pretty cool. Now, you could cut it out in different, like cut the other things out in different colors and paper piece them back in there to get that look for a snowflake. So lots of options with this. But I just decided to go ahead and use the outline since that is how I got it originally. And I was like, whoa, all these pieces cut out. So I used it all together and got this shape. And then I stamped Crafty Friend. So happy everything, Crafty Friend. You could include this in a happy mail to a crafty friend. So I wanted to do something other than just Christmas with this snowflake. And it worked out fine since I have this snowflake base from Gail. Then I use the embossing folder, and it is actually a 3D embossing folder. So it's not just a 2D. So you got a real deep emboss on that. So I just embossed that and added that just for a piece of interest. I matted it with gold glitter and then the white, and then I used the gold metallic for the top pieces and for the snowflake. On the back, I just have my signature. So that is the card for day 5. We're on day 5. And then this is from the things from day 4. So I used that ornament die from Hero Arts, and I used the Noel from the stitching die set. And instead of stitching this circle, what I did was, there is a shadow to this, and I did not use the shadow. I just used the Noel. And then I used the stitching piece and I cut that out in glitter. But instead of stitching it, I put diamond dots all around where the holes are. So that's another thing that you could do if you don't want to stitch and you don't want the holes. You could use the holes as a pattern to put diamond dots, rhinestones, liquid pearls, nouveau drops, that kind of thing. So there's the ornament. And then on the back, I did the From Me to You. And I used the mirror paper in the back. And then I used black cardstock to put for the words. And then, as I said, I used that stencil. You could see these shiny spots. I used the stencil, but because I used a Wink of Stella pen, it did not hold the shape. And I really didn't think about that. Had I just done some ink blending with a gold pigment ink, it probably would have given me the seal look that stencil gives. But it gave circles, and then I said, well, here's what I'll do, because I originally was just going to put one there as an accent, and it would be the seal, and maybe just put an initial of whoever is going to get this or something like that on there. But since it did not come out in the seal shape, I just kind of moved it around and just added like polka dots all over it. So you could see the gold shimmer polka dots. And I did them across the edge at the top a little bit, so it looks like it's a continuous thing. So those are the 2 projects that I did for day 4 and day 5. So thank you so much for watching, and you have a great and a very blessed day. Bye-bye.